to What's the Script, the podcast where we try and guess the plots of films we've never seen. My name's Stuart McPherson.
My name's Stephen Buchanan.
How are you, Steve?
I'm great, Stu. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great too, man. Nice to see you.
It's been a great series.
It has. It's a shame that the curtain falls once more.
I think it's been one of the best.
Yeah.
I think it's been one of the best.
I mean, how many have we done? 3?
This is the fourth, technically.
Yeah, cool.
I actually think, you know what, the third was the best.
What was that? That was
it
first
goes,
time round videos.
The what? Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
For me, it goes 3, 2, 1, 4.
I think 4's got a lot of charm about it, though. Don't you think? Nah. But it was, it's not like we were ever claiming to be professional in the first place.
No, we've really leaned into the half-hearted nature of this podcast.
Yeah, which I think people like, because even if we did a flawlessly perfect, technically and proficient and perfect podcast,
yeah,
it's still annoying to listen
as
to.
all hell.
Yeah.
Although, do you know what I would say? Actually, jumping forward to part 2, I think
Very Nolan of you.
I think we actually do ourselves proud in the analysis section.
Yeah, I mean, it's like something you would hear on a university campus, isn't it? It's not too late for us to go to Oxford.
I don't think so. To study films.
You're going to get some hard-hitting analysis.
Mm-hmm.
I would say we do actually discuss the film this week. That's something.
Yeah.
Because I watched it yesterday.
Yeah. I'd actually go as far as saying this is potentially, like, this episode is potentially the best one we've ever done.
Yeah. For listeners, Steve has just scrunched his head into his shoulders like he's like a cute little child. And does it say, me?
You know? It's obviously chaotic as all hell. We've got
course.
part 1 that's in Edinburgh. Fringe. Part 2
we just
there.
Yeah.
And these intros and outros are in real time. So
mental.
That's great.
Do you think we'll ever ride again, Steve? Like we can't make a verbal contract with the listeners.
I'd like to think.
I'd like to think there's
I'd
space
say
for
never
it.
say never.
Never say never. We'll leave it at that.
I'd like to do a live show.
Yeah.
But that's not for a discussion on here.
Right, let's not fuck around anymore.
Nah.
Thanks for listening to this this series. We appreciate it.
Yes.
I think we are going
Thanks
to
for
have
your
a good
patience.
one.
Yeah. It's a fun
please
one.
enjoy part 2 of Barbenheimer. Of course, everyone's talking about it.
Of course. It is called
Oppenheimer. Enjoy.
Oppenheimer.
But that's not what you've been calling it, is it?
I sometimes call it Oppenheimer. Just depends how I feel.
Oppa Gangnam Style. That's what you think this is called. I've never heard anyone call it Oppenheimer.
You've never lived. Oppenheimer.
So much more fun.
Tomatoes. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, but yeah, I mean,
Open Sesame, if you...
That's funny.
Is what Steve would say.
There we go. That's what I'm getting to.
That's what.
The cunt's American, is he?
Gotta think so.
Do you
We'd
know?
have heard of this guy if he was British.
Do you know much about this guy? He's not on the
Honestly,
German side, was he? Is this World War II or 1?
I don't think
These are the kind of things I want to be hearing. I didn't know shit about this guy, honestly, until this movie everyone was talking about
Same.
it. I didn't get taught this at school.
Didn't know anything about
We do not
this.
S about D, famously.
Still don't know.
I'm pretty confident it's World War II.
Okay.
I think is this not
Hiroshima, I know that, but I don't know if that was 1 or 2. Was that 2?
Got to be 2, no?
Atomic bomb, so yeah, it seems later
Seems
in
modern.
the wars.
Seems modern, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, 40s
They're
modern.
fucking around with bolt action rifles in the World War One.
Yeah.
They're not dropping nukes.
Little
bro.
knives on the end of guns. That was the height of technology in World War One.
Yeah, they couldn't even think to draw lines up the back of their legs for nylons back then, did they? That was. This is like, if you listen to Some Laugh, this episode is going to be giving the episode that we did with Helen Bauer, where we just really misinformed chat, remembering things from school about the war that we didn't know. I got loads of messages about that.
Did you?
Yeah, just people like, that was a tough listen, man. Like, if you know, like, joking, but
yeah.
like, obviously this show is that we're stupid and we get it wrong constantly, but at least people know what they're getting into. With Some Laugh, it's like, I just want to hear a funny chat, and suddenly you're getting bombarded with like just the most ill-informed garbage you've ever heard in your life. But no, honestly, I'd never heard of this guy beyond. I probably was in, the odd pub quiz or whatever that never stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't have told you who invented the. I mean, I'm assuming this guy invented the nuke,
The nuke. The atomic
the East
bomb.
Nuke of 5. Yeah.
The nuclear bomb.
Yeah, to give it its full title. Put some respect on the name.
So this guy blows up a little place in...
You're telling me this guy
this guy blows up Japan.
in its entirety. Bang! Goodbye, Japan. You had a good run.
And people were cool with that. Okay.
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 Bit toxic for me, that actually. Different time, wasn't it? You got to call it out when you say it.
So, what do you know about...
Japan.
what do you know about... Well, the movie, I guess.
Christopher Nolan,
Yes.
in a word. He's the director.
He's the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
He's my Dark Knight.
Yes, you must know his other movies.
The Dark Knight Rises. Batman Begins.
I could go on.
Inception. Jinx. Tenet.
By the way, just because you said it, he probably doesn't want this to be public, and you've not been in town, but Liam Withnail's poster, he's got his hair down. His Fringe poster.
Let your hair down.
Should I say this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was getting big laughs in the pub the other night because I said that he looks like Jinx, the Pokemon. Have you seen that? We were sort of gently ribbing him because although he has lovely long hair, he never wears it like that.
So it was
And because he'd had hair and makeup done for his poster shoot, he's got this long, majestic hair. And I showed him a picture of Jinx on my phone, and his face just fell.
He didn't know who Jinx was.
He had to be reminded.
Fuck's sake, that's really
So funny that you don't know Oppenheimer, but you know Jinx, and it's the same as me. That's the same knowledge I'm coming in
I
with.
love Jinx.
Well, had a more
Imagine a
negative
nuke in
impact on
Pokemon.
the country of Japan.
Yeah,
Very
thank
true.
God they recovered.
Very true. Fucking hell, that's great.
Anyway,
Do you know anything about the film? Cillian Murphy? Is it Killian Murphy?
Come on, you fucking at it.
I'm at that.
You sound like a silly and ass motherfucker right
Cillian Murphy and Oppenheimer.
Great. Killian Murphy.
Killian Murphy.
And he's killing people in this film.
Killian millions of Japanese.
Killian millions. That's funny. He lost loads of weight for the role, I heard. He was eating like just almonds.
He ate an almond a day.
to keep the doctors away.
Which didn't help.
Doctor show business.
Yeah. That's
Um,
crazy. I think people who do that sort of shit are wild.
They're wackos, aren't they? That's what you got to do to win an award these days, buddy.
But it kind of makes me think Christopher Nolan has something to do with it because as
I love it when you do that voice. It's my favourite.
Christian Bale done something similar
Machinist.
for The Machinist. Was that Christopher
Don't
Nolan?
think so.
Okay.
But he's worked with him before he knows him, certainly. He's
It
definitely
is.
got his phone number.
Yeah.
So you could easily text him and said,
So I think I want to work with
You need
actors
to be skinny.
who'll do this crazy shit.
yeah, Memento. That's a Christopher Nolan film. You seen that?
Yep. Years ago.
Can you remember it? It's a
No.
little joke.
I can't actually.
Yeah, me neither, really. I've seen it. I think there's more I've seen.
Really?
Oh, you seen Tenet? That's a piece of shit.
I've not seen that. I refuse.
No, you'd hate that, Steve. You'd
I
hate
refuse.
that so much.
People said it was so confusing, and I said I'm out.
It was confusional as hell.
I said I'm out.
I'm
Sure.
out, buddy.
Uh,
See you in Barbie.
did you know about Christopher Nolan's brother?
Sounds like it's going to be a joke.
No.
Sounds like the setup to like it's one of the Nolan sisters or something. No.
Christopher Nolan has two brothers. One who he like writes and is a writing directing partner, and his other brother was in jail for murder
Wow.
or like conspiracy to murder.
High achieving family.
He's like a hitman or some shit, or like something to do with murder. There you go.
I didn't
Down on
know
his
that.
luck.
Hmm?
Down on his luck.
It is.
Kind
It
of
really
down
is
on his
down
luck,
in his
yeah.
luck. Yeah.
That's one of the only things I've learned on this podcast. Certainly.
The third Nolan brother, and do you know what he pretended his name was? Oppenheimer.
What? Really?
The guy, this murderer guy, this brother,
The other. When was this?
years ago,
That's weird.
and now his
What, was the
brother's
fam-
doing a film about
Was the family
Oppenheimer.
kind of obsessed with Oppenheimer? for
Must
some
be,
reason?
aye.
That wasn't big in my family growing up. We liked things like The Simpsons.
Surely it's a bigger crime to bomb Japan than whatever the fuck
Yeah.
he done.
Try and
No,
kill
no, I'm
somebody.
not that guy. I'm the guy who.
That's good whataboutery in court, though, isn't it? Like, wasn't exactly Hiroshima what I did. Okay, Stevie. I mean, do you know anyone else that's in it?
So,
Emily Blunt is in it, I believe.
well, I can look at the poster and tell you if you want. But
RDJ is in it.
Emily Blunt, Matt
Rock
Damon,
DJ.
Robert Downey Jr., and your friend and mine, Josh's sister, Florence Pugh.
Yes.
That's what I
Friend
like to
of the
call
show.
her. Friend of the show. She's in it.
lovely.
She's got wee chubby cheeks, but I like them.
Yeah,
They're cute.
Cute. She's cute as hell.
Very cute.
I'll say it.
That's why I like her. That's why I like Leo. And that's why I like me.
I'll like them both too. Sure.
I've got chubby cheeks. So, what year do you think this was released?
2023.
Same.
What?
Write it down, Jennings.
2 points.
I did write down that you had 2003 for Barbie.
No.
You locked it in on the way to Nando's.
I was off the record.
Rotten
Tomato.
Oh yeah, Rotten Tomatoes. I'm gonna say 96.
I'm going to say 93.
Okay.
I'm saying lower
Class
than
of
Barbie.
93.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know.
Run time. This is going to be a long ass.
It's long ass. This fucking thing. I'm dreading watching it.
I think
It's gonna
Jennings
ruin
let
my
it
day.
slip
The
earlier.
French. I heard it was 3 at least.
He said 3 earlier. I'm going to say 302.
I'm gonna say 3.6.
Write it down. Get it locked
I'm not
in.
sure of the exact timing, so it could be
Yeah.
3.6 for all I know.
3.65. So I know. Yeah.
3,
So long
6,
as-
5. Damn, so fine. Girl, gonna give it to me
One
one
more
more time. Low. Low. Jeng,
Nice and relaxed when we do
do
this.
you
in
like
the house, isn't it?
Oppenheimer? Would like that song if he was alive today.
R.I.P. Robert Oppenheimer. You'd have loved to get low.
Is that his first name?
Yeah, Bobby.
Didn't know that.
Only learned that very recently.
Bobby Op.
From the window to the wall till the
the
skin
nuke.
peels off my balls.
Is it insensitive to do this podcast?
I think, well,
Or is the movie? Is
he's
that like a
made the
thing about-
film,
yeah.
so you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's bad slagging it, but it's not exactly Hiroshima what I'm doing up here. Certificate?
15.
15.
Gotta be.
Well, I don't. It could be an 18. I think 15 is probably right, isn't it?
It's only gonna be an 18 if you see
Do you think this
the,
guy fucks?
the skin melt off of people's
Balls.
Well, if you just see balls, then it's probably gonna be an 18. But
Just put the bomb drops and the footage you get is everyone's balls blowing up.
made me laugh earlier. We were talking to Eleanor Morton in the Barrel Bar, and she said that she asked the person if you see Cillian Murphy's dick in it, and they as a prank said to her, when the bomb drops, his dick was flying off, and she believed it.
Oh my god! Why would you ask that?
I don't know.
We need to get her on here to explain herself.
Explain herself. That really made me
I like how you heard that anecdote and you still called him Cillian when we got to the
Yeah, no, come on.
He's a silly guy.
Yeah, that's silly business. Your dick flying off. What are we doing here?
Taglines.
It's the bomb.
Nice. That's good.
That's not bad.
That's good.
I mean, I doubt it's on the poster.
no, that'd be crazy.
exclamation mark or no?
3. It's with a Z.
I'm gonna say. Come on in and open up
Go on.
some beers with the lads and watch this
And
movie.
watch this movie.
And watch the movie.
See, for that wordplay, to let's say work, are you are you making the letters different colours and stuff to draw people's eye to like what you're trying to get at?
Yep.
What was it? Can you run me by that one again, one more time?
Come on in and open up a few beers with the lads and watch this movie.
You said da movie the first
Da
time, like
movie.
it's fucking Mrs. Brown's voice.
Mrs. Brown's voice crossover.
There you go.
Do you think history would be different if it was Mrs. Brown that dropped the bomb?
I think it would be very different.
Probably be funnier. You've seen her; she's hilarious.
Just thinking of the slapstick you could get up to with atomic
The
bombs.
hijinks.
That would be really good.
Yeah. Anyway,
I digress. Let's go back to
tagline.
business stuff.
You know, I was so happy with It's the Bomb, and do I need to do all this?
No.
Fuck the whole thing.
Actors, couple, just name 2.
Katie Brand. Busy summer. No, I'll go. Let's go Hollywood this time. Let's go. I'm gonna say Sarah Snook.
The
You know her?
comedian?
Who's that?
No, you're
Chef
thinking.
Roy.
of-
I'm talking about.
I'm
from
thinking of the people
Succession.
you've seen last year.
You're thinking
Yeah.
of Sarah Squirm.
Well,
She ain't
Succession,
in it.
Chev. Yeah, I know
Chev
Chev.
Roy.
I know Chev.
Chev Roy, some boy. And I would like to guess. Let's go for Bryan Cranston.
Wow, that was cool.
He won't be in it because he's in Asteroid City, which is also out this summer. I guess
Mm.
you can do 2 films in a year.
I'm gonna say Aaron Paul,
How did you think of that one, Steve? That's amazing.
and I'm gonna say what was your
Sean
first one?
Paul,
What was your first guess?
Sarah Snook. You're gonna go.
I'm gonna say
Jeremy
Kieran Culkin.
Yeah, probably think he's called fucking Siren.
Spelled with a
Siren-
K.
Siren
you
Sulkin.
idiot. Maybe if it was the Irish spelling, I would get it.
Character names, I suppose.
I'm going Jebediah. I'm gonna say it's old ass names, isn't it?
Old ass names.
Will there be an Adolf
Wasn't
in
the
there?
fucking American Civil War?
He thinks they're nuking Native Americans.
I'm gonna say Hatate. If
Was in the Celtic player Rio Hatate?
Yeah, that
just
is
in
what he's
case they
thinking of, yeah.
bomb Japan, they might go to Japan for a wee bit. I'm gonna say
Meet some of the
Hatate.
locals. Would you mind if we bombed you, lads?
And my third and final guess, is going to be Brian Oppenheimer.
Do you know what's piss poor? Is I'm pretty sure like the American president will be in this movie, but I can't remember who was the American president during World War II.
Andrew Jackson.
No, old Hickory.
Again, that
Old
is
Hickory.
a almost Civil War reference.
Who was it?
I think all of time is just set in the Civil War. It would have
Mark
been.
knows.
Do you know what the president?
course
Who
he
the
fucking
president?
does.
who
Yeah,
does this
well,
stuff?
I certainly know who it is.
Also, Mark's
When
seen
they
Oppenheimer.
dropped
we
the
should
bomb,
say.
but I have also seen the film.
Who the fuck was the American president? I'm so bad at history and I'm bad at Americans.
They would have been shaking hands with Winston Churchill, wouldn't they?
Yeah, so I'm just picturing who would shake his hand. Shake my hand, it might help me think.
Bush.
Bush. Yes. Which Bush was it again?
Churchill done
junior,
9/11.
junior or senior was it?
Well, let's go senior, surely.
Robert Kennedy. John,
Oh,
who's his
maybe.
dad?
John F. Kennedy.
Who's John F. Kennedy's dad?
I'll get them mixed up as well.
Have you,
Families, I struggle
did you
with
not see
families.
The Irishman?
No. You joking? Fucking 3.5.
Yeah,
Maybe
fair
about
enough,
old
aye.
cunts cutting a bit.
No.
Nixon was way later, wasn't it?
Yep.
Reagan was way later.
Yep.
We know these names more than we know our own grandmothers. But no, oh fuck knows. I'm just gonna say 3 random names.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby, although his name's Bobby, isn't it?
Bobby Kennedy.
No, Bobby Oppenheimer.
Well, yeah.
So scratch that. John, Kevin, and Mary.
You think there's going to be a woman in this?
I think the American president was Mary somebody.
Mary
Well,
Clinton.
Who is it?
You said foreign hanging pews in it, so there is a woman in it.
Who was the American president during World War II?
Well, so it was FDR, but he died, and so when do you want to know who?
They
it is?
nuke him as well, did they?
Yeah,
Who's FDR?
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
and then
aye,
but by the
Roosevelt.
time they dropped the bomb, he died. So
Rip.
it was. Do you want to know who it was?
Yeah.
Actually, it was Harry Truman.
Okay.
So
I'm
he
gonna
was
look at
Truman
that.
Show.
That's what that's
Yeah.
about.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Truman. Okay, fair play.
Fair play to the boy. I guess
Their-
that comes down to plots,
their
right?
plots.
Fucking hell.
Me first.
Amazing.
It's the World War II. It's America. And one man's about to drop a bombshell.
And the rest.
And the rest. And the extra stuff. Bobby Oppenheimer is a big scientist. New kid on the block. He's making big waves in the physics community, there's only one problem. World War II has just broken out, and they need to end it ASAP.
ASAP, bro.
They fear that if they don't create the atomic bomb first, then the goddamn Germans will figure it out and bomb them first. Or the Japanese. And that's why they decide to bomb the Japanese.
Mm-hmm. Why did they decide to bomb the Japanese, though?
Great question, Stu. The reason is because if they bomb them, then the Germans don't have any help.
Mm-hmm.
And you need
Gotta be part
honours.
of it, surely.
You need honours in a fight.
You need honours in a war.
You need honours in a war, buddy. You think Germany could take over the world on their own?
It's good life advice, that, Never be too afraid to reach out for help.
Exactly. So they say, listen, Oppenheimer, make us a fucking bomb, and
Quick smart.
he says a little line like "I am death" or something like
Do you know what I
that.
just realised when we did Barbie, we didn't do dialogue.
Oh fuck, that
Carry
would have
on.
been some great dialogue.
That would have been
You
class.
could have done that. You could do dialogue in this, and it could be a real Barbenheimer episode.
What, as if Barbie was creating the atomic bomb?
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
So then he gets tasked with making this bomb, but it's about his sort of internal struggle between, should I make this bomb that's going to change the world because nuclear war and all that shit. He knows it's a bad idea, but also he's getting paid big bucks to do it. So he decides to do it. He can't live with the guilt, drinks himself to death at the end.
Okay. I mean, mine's going to be similar to that, really.
Okay.
I think a lot of it is going to be that. It's going to be the moral quandary, isn't it? It's a fiddly one.
Listen, I'm a smart guy.
You're a smart guy. What I'm trying to figure out is, obviously this happened.
It's
You
real.
know,
This is happening.
This happened. It's real, isn't it?
This is
not
real.
It's
fiction,
the
right?
easiest one to guess, maybe so far, given that it's based on true events.
Yeah.
Listen, you overestimate
But
us.
I mean, I think I can speak on behalf of both of us here. We don't know a fucking thing about it. But if it hadn't been in the public, in the zeitgeist at the minute, then, I've seen like screen grabs and stuff from this film reposted.
Yeah.
But I mean, still don't know. But
But see if no one was talking about this and I've
Yeah,
seen a
wouldn't know
film
fucking-
called
and
Oppenheimer.
it's from the 80s or something.
Oppenheimer.
This would be the hardest thing. We'd embarrass ourselves so
I wouldn't
badly.
even know what.
We would think it was like, looking at that poster, we think it was a bit like a fucking Undertaker that's like set fire to a fucking cemetery or
He
something.
is dressed like
It's
one.
a guy
in
with
the-
a daft hat
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
like fire behind him.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is I'm not sure if we're gonna see any of the lead up to. I don't know how long it takes to get to the bomb drop. Do you know what I mean? Are we seeing him fucking fiddling about in his lab
Is it going
early,
to
like 20 years
be
before?
a mushroom cloud and that's the end of the film?
I don't think it's gonna happen in the first 10 minutes.
Do you think that's
3
going
hour
to be the
movie.
end frame?
Yeah, I think it'll be like a cartoon mushroom cloud. No, do you know what I mean though? I don't know if we start. I'm gonna for a bit of difference. I'm gonna say it's the early 1930s. It's pre-war to
Okay.
begin with, and
Okay.
then we go forward in time.
Sure.
Nolan, he loves his time
It does.
manipulation.
Tenet.
So it's the early 1930s. It's the US of A.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Washington. He's certainly gonna be nipping in, isn't he?
Yeah, to the White
Show
House.
face. Yeah.
You better believe
Shake
it.
some hands.
Truman's there.
Jim Carrey.
Roosevelt. Truman.
Alrighty then.
Is Truman Capote?
We don't have time to get to
Okay,
that.
sorry.
I thought Mearnsey taught you that.
I did. I don't listen though.
Yeah.
in,
Truman
in
Capote
Cold Blood,
said.
right? Truman Capote.
I don't actually. I literally just know the reference because Raymond Mellon said it.
Right, it's the early 30s. It's America, and Rab Oppenheimer is a crazy scientist.
He's wacky.
He's smart as all hell.
Mm-hmm.
This guy. You know what? You're kind of too smart for your own good, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be that kind of thing, and he's gonna be. He's
Is he saying
obsessed
numbers everywhere?
for the whole movie.
Is that like
Just
A Beautiful
numbers around
Mind?
him. Yeah. It's a
Is
fucking
that part of
gorgeous
your
mind.
plot, Steve?
What?
Oh, it sounds like that happened, and he's trying to. coax you into
Saying
doing it.
numbers?
Mark's so bad at doing clues. and
Sorry,
stuff.
I know that's.
That is
sorry.
part of my plot. Thanks.
Yeah, he's gonna do it on a window as well. It's like that Charlie Day meme. I figured out. Anyway,
Pippi Sylvia.
Actually, come to think, actually, that does not happen. I'm just.
this cunt fucking running wild over there.
It's Nolan. It's hard to understand.
So yeah, I'm gonna say that he's absolutely obsessed with the idea of like human progress
Mm-hmm.
and so the progression of science, and his idea is that he pursues that to its natural conclusion, and so ultimately he comes up with the nuclear bomb, and that's kind of his life's work.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't regard himself as an evil man ultimately, but most of the movie, as you also guess, is going to be kind of moral quandaries and debates about whether it's ethical to drop this bomb because of the devastation that it will cause and the deaths. So that's going to be a lot of the chat in the White House, blah, 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 the fucking presidents. It's loads of fucking guys in suits chatting for ages. But we hate it. Boring the fucking tits of us.
Boring.
We are sitting watching Barbie on a phone.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's ultimately going to think that he's doing at least something like neutral, like he's a nihilist almost, where he's like, we're just on Earth. I've created this with, this is just something that is going to happen. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like an evil act. We're in a war here. As you say, they're going to do the same to us. Do you think they wouldn't do this to us if they had the means?
If they could do it.
Yeah.
Life's drastic, it's not fantastic.
Exactly.
That's the tagline.
Exactly. So it's going to be all that, and it's going to be people trying to reason with him, but he's like a truculent, difficult kind of guy. But he's hailed as a genius as well. And it's like within the mind of a tortured genius, and the movie is trying to get the audience member to be transported into his mind and be like, how can you empathize with someone that you would on paper you would think is a monster?
Yeah,
I think it's going to be that. And I don't know, it's 3 fucking hours. I think it's going to be loads of long discussions. There can't be much action, surely.
Bombs are getting dropped.
Yeah, one bomb's getting dropped.
Maybe they'll show you bullets getting fired.
Maybe.
I've heard
Dunkirk was good. That was one of his. I really liked that film.
Yeah, I like that. Harry Styles was in that.
Yeah, and he was in Don't Want You Darling, which Olivia Wilde did.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't even think of more plot here. I mean, I think it's going to be loads of that kind of stuff. Quite boring. Mark really liked it, though, I should say, right?
I loved it. Steve did kind of just say at the end that he drinks himself to death. Have you got a post dropping the bomb?
I think I'm going to say that he kills himself, like he takes cyanide or something. Like he puts a brave face on it for a long time, and he maintains that he's like this amoral kind of just man of science, but ultimately in the face of public backlash, and then ultimately like his own conscience does take over, and he realizes that he is a monster.
Okay.
When he sees what has actually happened, I think he's gonna come to terms with what he's done and realize that he doesn't deserve to live.
Okay.
The end.
Kills himself. In many ways, drinking yourself to death is killing yourself as well. So
yeah, it's different, isn't it?
I'll take the points.
Okay. Bonuses.
Just do a quick line of dialogue for me, Stu.
From Oppenheimer.
Yep, real quick. Quick as you can.
Quick as I can. Well, let's relax a little.
No.
There's an edit.
No, there's no edits.
You still only have one camera angle, remember?
Exactly. We can't really
imagine
edit
what Nolan could do with this one camera angle. Fuck off. Let's say this is Bobby Oppenheimer, and he's going. Morals needn't come into it. Morals are completely out of the question. That's a line from the movie.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna say Oppenheimer again.
Yeah, the titular
man, and
I think there'll be a squeakquel to this.
Be surprised.
It might be coming in real life, unfortunately. Fucking things keep going bad with Russia.
I'm gonna say Oppenheimer is in the lab. He's got little lotions and potions, and
moisturising.
He's got a Bunsen burner bubbling away, and it goes.
It's like you ordered a drink in The Alchemist.
He does all his stuff in a 5th year chemistry class.
He's got his goggles on. He's got his wee Bunsen burner. His wee.
All his daft pals are fucking around burning shit.
His beaker. He's got a beaker, and then
that gauze, white mesh gauze thing.
Swirling something in a beaker, and he gives it a sniff, and he goes, "Christ,
I could blow up all of Japan."
And then he gets the light bulb moment. Ding.
And you see it on screen, a cartoon light bulb in a cloud comes out of his head in a speech bubble.
It's very clever.
Cut to
mushroom cloud. Says, do you know what my favourite vegetable is? Mushrooms. Then it cuts to mushroom cloud. It's going to be a smash
great.
cut.
Not a fun guy to be with.
Heyo. This is good.
Bonuses, my friend.
I'm going to say
Little high heels.
close up in the high heels. I'm going to say close up on his gaunt little face and a single tear rolls down his cheek.
As he's watching the mushroom.
As he watches the mushroom cloud over Hiroshima.
I'm going to say he goes in for like a meeting with someone who's like very senior. Let's just say it's the president. He goes in for a meeting and he's like so cocksure, this guy, so confident, where he's like, he puts his hat and coat on like the president's hat stand and then he takes like a cigarette from the president. It's like he asserts himself as the alpha male.
Okay. I'm going to say he swirls whiskey in a glass before drinking it.
This could destroy Japan, this thing. I'm gonna say he fucks.
Yeah? Titties?
Nah, well, not necessarily, but I'm gonna say we see this guy. Well,
Apparently
see
there's no
him
titty in
fuck.
it, I think.
Well, I keep hearing about his pinging from Eleanor Martin.
Comes flying
Fucking
across the screen.
flapping her gums about it all around town.
I'm gonna say my final one, something that might
Sums
be
up,
quite
girlfriend.
hammy, but it's something like you'll see an Asian family like
Jesus Christ, where's this going?
interacting with like their kid, and then he'll be like having.
God, I'd love to nuke them.
No. The opposite. That's the.
What? I don't understand what you're getting at.
The opposite, he'll be like, he'll have a crisis of confidence, and he'll be like, "Oh, what am I doing with my life?" You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
He'll finally see that they're people and not just like
Right.
a target.
But I don't think. See, when he invents the bomb, he's not inventing it with a view to taking
Nah,
out
but he's
Hiroshima.
seeing
is he?
them as the enemy.
So it's right at the time when it's like they're talking about whether to do it or not.
Yeah. And it,
So what? So he sees an Asian family, and what is he thinking?
he's like, he's thinking, "Oh, this is a bad idea."
Thinking, oh, this is gonna be class.
Right, okay.
Because he sees they've got a kid and they're having a laugh with the kid, and he goes, "Oh, there's children in Japan." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like,
Someone think of the children.
yeah, someone think of the children.
Right.
You know
he
what I
still
mean?
does it anyway.
Yeah, that's when he pushes the red button at that
Do
exact
you know what I
moment.
just considered actually that we didn't to watch the snooker on BBC Red Button. I need to chill out a little.
Depressed stuff from Leicester. That's
Yeah. I was trying to think of a snooker nickname that could apply to bombs. The Rocket. It doesn't matter. I just thought of something, Steve. We don't know shit about D. Maybe he does eventually. Maybe this is the politics of it. He invents it, but then he sees that it's gone too far. Politicians like, we need that, and he tries to stop it, but he can't because it's out of his hands by then.
It's too far.
It's too far gone, too far down the road. That could be a possibility.
Okay.
Is that your third bonus?
Nah, because that's like a separate
more
plot, isn't it? That's me sort of
But
having my cake and eating it.
Yeah, because it kind of goes against your.
No,
plot.
I'm just raising that as like I've only now considered that could be what this
Put
is
that as a
about.
bonus. Though.
All right, I'll have that as a bonus.
That's
I
your
thought of it. God damn it!
Put it as a bonus. We don't have time for anything else. Come on.
Do you want to come to the cinema with me to watch this?
Yeah, let's go right now.
I mean, Mark will tell us in due course, but it's at least 3 hours. I don't know if we've got time. We don't have time to watch it between our shows, do we?
No.
When
It's
are we
the
ever going
French.
to watch this? We're gonna have to watch it
I booked to
at, like,
see it
midnight.
at like 4 p.m. or something, and then realised that I was going to be late for my 7 p.m. show, like at Monkey Barrel, like 10 minutes down the road,
Oh, fuck's sake.
mainly because of the trailers.
Aye.
Made it, and
Did
I
you
had
have to leave before
I-
the end?
No, I had to swap my spot and close after Gary Little and Tom stayed.
Fucking hell.
I know.
I'm just laughing thinking about you thinking that he's going to look at an Asian family.
Shall we go off and watch
Shall we go? We should go now.
Right.
Right. Should we a few tinnies in the cinema?
it? Yeah, let's do it. And we're back. We have just watched Oppenheimer. And if you've never seen it, here's a little synopsis. During World War II, Lieutenant General Leslie Groves Jr. appoints physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer to work on the top-secret Manhattan Project. Oppenheimer and a team of scientists spend years developing and designing the atomic bomb. Their work comes to fruition on July 16th, 1945, as they witness the world's first nuclear explosion, forever changing the course of history. What did you think, Stu?
I thought it was good.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
I thought it was long.
That's a jump scare for
Long.
for the audience.
People doing the dishes and they're smashing.
Huh?
What? He
Still,
didn't just say all right.
still liked a 3-hour film? Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, too long, obviously.
Of course.
You send me, I'll chop out an hour at
Mhm.
least.
Yeah.
But I did think it was good, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very gripping, great acting, looks great, interesting.
Mhm.
I didn't think it was flawless. I had some
Had some problems.
comments to make, but
Sure.
what did you think, Steve?
I thought it was pretty good as well, actually. Watched it with Catherine, 2 sittings. An hour and a
Decent.
half the first night, an hour and a half the second night.
Right at the back of it.
And do you know what? I'd say the second half was probably better than the first half. I thought the first
Alright.
half was a bit slower.
Interesting, because it descends into essentially a courtroom drama kind of thing, which is weird.
Well, I did fall asleep during the courtroom drama.
And she didn't bother nudging you up.
She did. She woke me up, but gave me a fright, and then I rewinded it and saw what I missed. So I would say the middle hour was the best. The hour and a
Yeah,
half.
I think so.
Slow to get into it, slow at the end.
It's a
Chop those
bell
bits
curve.
out. I
Yeah.
don't think you needed the courtroom stuff, to be honest.
It's kind of, it feels like 2 or 3 different films, doesn't it? I think.
It
Like,
did. Yeah, did feel
Which
like that.
actually I think sounds more of a criticism than because I did think they wove it together nicely, I thought, and it
Yeah.
worked, but it did feel at the end you're like, fucking hell, this doesn't feel like the film I was watching at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to figure out what the black and white bits were. Are they back in time or are they forward in time? Or
Yeah,
what-
I was confused a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
I don't know if we've covered this before, but we've done bitches on this
We are
podcast. I was
very dumb.
confused. I didn't know anything about it going in beyond the obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, when you're just kind of trying to, I do think it's good that he doesn't really dummy feed you it because
No, it doesn't.
but it does leave me behind sometimes.
Yeah, I think I would have benefited from knowing things about history.
yeah, me too, brother.
Watching
If
this
only
film.
I'd paid attention at school.
Yeah,
When I imagine we didn't do this anyway.
they didn't teach us about this.
I liked the first bit because it made me laugh. Because I'd say the first half an hour is like he's cutting about meeting scientists,
Mm-hmm.
and they tell you who they are and what they do, and it's like the movie Cats, where
Never seen
it's
Cats.
literally just it's just like here's a cat, and it tells you its name, and it's like I'm the one that does this. I dance on the railway track,
Yeah,
and it's like that. But you know, I'm Heisenberg, and I do the fucking
yeah. Well,
atom thing
Heisenberg's one of the ones that I'd heard of
because
through
of Breaking, Bad, of course. Yeah.
It's maybe, dare I say it, a bit like a Guy Ritchie film where there's a freeze frame and this is Johnny Bananas.
Yeah.
He's the hard one.
inventing nuclear fission.
This is Robbie Oppenheimer. That kind of thing.
So crazy to see Einstein, don't you think?
Yeah, that actually
Do you
made
not
me
just
laugh
think,
when I first seen
Oh
him.
man, I was like, is that meant to be? Fucking hell, that is
That's
Albert
great,
Einstein.
yeah.
Like,
I didn't know he lived in America.
no, he wasn't
thought-
from there, but he
He was-
lived and died there.
I didn't
But
know.
I only learned that from watching this film and
Yeah.
then kind of. But to me, Einstein is like, you know, when a name is like so big, it's like Jesus almost. Where it's like,
Yeah.
in terms of like famous people, it's like Jesus, Einstein, Hitler, and Shakespeare.
Yeah.
are like the 4 most famous guys ever. And I had never stopped to think about Einstein
The-
before.
I
That he
didn't
was just
think-
cutting about like last century.
Yeah, just cutting milling about.
Only just missed the Beatles.
Yeah.
I mean,
to
to me, it's like he's ancient.
I didn't see it because, like you say, we know these names better than we know
Our
our grandmothers. I'd never stopped to think when was Einstein about. I didn't know he was
No.
about in the World War II. I didn't.
But
have
then
a
I
clue.
guess when you think about what the kind of work he did, it's not like we were doing that as peasants in medieval times. Is
No.
it? I mean, when you stop to think about it,
yeah,
it
you go,
makes total sense.
Makes sense.
I never stopped to think about it.
Why
It's
would I
very
stop to
wild to
think?
just see him with a staffed hat blowing off. It's like it's really funny to watch.
Yeah, little Einstein man, and Einstein's like synonymous with like you go, all right, Einstein.
Yeah, I love saying that.
Yeah, if it's someone smart. So
Thank you,
funny.
Albert Einstein.
It was funny just them addressing him as Einstein without having that undertone of you being a wee sarcastic cunt.
Yeah, to me that
All
name
right,
just
Einstein.
absolutely transcends like all you
Yeah.
know, human meaning.
All of what he's done in life.
But I liked it. I thought it was a really classy operation. Actually, I thought the storytelling was great. I thought Cillian Murphy was amazing. Like, it takes a lot for me to appreciate an acting performance.
Yeah, he's great.
But
One
I thought he was
almond a day.
sensational. Yeah,
We spoke
keep
about that
the
in
Doctor.
part one, and you said that.
yeah, I'm
part
sure I
one.
did. Yeah, it's literally the next thing you would say, isn't it? But yeah, really good. He just looked like a skeleton, didn't he? Like haunted.
Yeah, it did. Gaunt.
And yeah, Florence Pugh great, Emily Blunt great, Robert Downey Jr. great.
All of them great. There's
Good bunch
some
of boys.
fucking
What
cast.
a cast!
Even
Stacked.
the wee, pretty much extras. You could argue. You've got Josh Hartnett.
Yeah,
I don't know
Rami
if I-
Malek.
Rami Malek.
Yeah,
Casey Affleck.
Matt
he was in
Damon.
it for like 2 seconds. Matt Damon was in it quite a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
I think
got
it's hard.
Hunter's
We've seen a few films like this now where it's like, you know, what was Good Will Hunting
Mhm.
and is it A Beautiful Mind? Did we watch that?
Yep.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like it's hard to make equations on a chalkboard sexy.
yeah.
But I think given it's one of those dry intellectual films, I think they did a good job of dramatizing it and making it.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's why they focused on, because it took me a long time to realize that Robert Downey Jr. was basically fueled purely by spite and how it was like
Yeah. That was
this
almost
guy.
a reveal.
I'm gonna humiliate you now.
That was an M. Night Shyamalan
yeah,
twist.
I was like, it took me probably 20 minutes longer than I should have watching it. Be like, oh right, okay,
Oh.
that's what's fucking happening.
Yeah.
And then like the whole McCarthyism part of it, and I liked that if it was long. Obviously, I watched it in like 5 seconds. It's completely ruined my week. I told you this. I watched it at work. I watched it in 20-minute bursts when I've not had time to sit down for more than an hour.
Mm.
But anyway, I did like that. It felt really rich and dense with ideas, and
Yeah.
you didn't know if he was a good man or a bad man, and you didn't know
Yeah. I thought that was
all that kind of
interesting.
stuff. It was
It's
good.
still kind of, you felt sorry for Oppie,
Yeah,
dare I say.
dare I say.
And part of it was like going in, you're like, oh, this cunt is evil because he has created this weapon that's changed history and also killed loads of innocent people or whatever. But yeah, at the end of it, you're still a bit like, oh, I do feel sorry for him that he's
Yeah.
not getting he's not getting credited or like
Yeah.
getting the
And even in that though, when he's in the courtroom part of it, and he's kind of getting fucked over,
yeah.
but you don't really know if he's trying to distance himself from. He doesn't want to. They don't want to continue making the H bomb, or he's
Yeah.
against the idea of it, and or whatever it is. And you don't know whether that's kind of out of trying to rehab his image, or if that's.
Yeah, or if
Genuine.
he actually genuinely believes
So
that.
I think he did a really good job of muddying the waters morally
Mhm.
and kind of, letting you make your own mind up, kind of thing. I thought was well done.
Yeah, because there's like a moment where I think it was just after they'd done the test of the bomb and they'd seen it, and then they're all celebrating, and then there's like the American flag like really prominent in the background, and that part of it just felt like really like icky because it's like this patriotic thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is amazing, but also was it Nolan saying this is a horrible invention, and it was like such a patriotic thing that they were like, we're the best, we've done
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, exactly. And that sort of human progress against like the actual ramifications of,
Yeah.
from a humanitarian point of view, of like the deaths and the hurt that will be caused by this, but it is advancement in
Mm-hmm.
science and whether you should follow that or. Yeah, I thought there was a lot of interesting ideas in the film.
Yeah.
So it did. At least it was long, but I thought it was well paced and it was stacked.
Yeah.
And lots of titties.
Loads of titties.
I think I made a joke in part one about like, surely we're not going to see this guy fuck.
I think one of your bonuses was that he would fuck.
Good.
So you've got a
Well,
point
he
straight
fucked
away.
like a champion. This guy.
This guy fucked big time.
Yeah.
Florence Pugh had her titties up.
Yeah, she barely had them in. It's one of the most unexpected and most titties we've seen in a film.
Yeah, most prominent titties, I would say.
Yeah, front and center.
In terms of name.
I don't think they were on the poster, but they may as well have been.
But I was thinking, she would either have to get paid a shitload of money to do that, or it's a body double.
I just think it's an artistic decision.
You think?
But it's weird though, because it doesn't. That to me doesn't feel justified at all.
No, it's not.
It's completely
justified.
unnecessary, really.
No.
So I don't know. But I've not heard anyone. I mean, I've not been reading up about it, but sometimes, and people chatting online, that goes in circles of like, why do we need this?
Mhm.
But then art should reflect life, and it's just a natural body, and that's a part of life. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
People are fucking.
Sometimes people get
prudes.
up in arms about stuff like that, don't they?
People
But,
are prudes these days. More
yeah.
titties.
more
dick-
pingers.
More dicks. Get your balls out more often on screen.
I did see there was a thing I saw that was like in the some foreign version of Oppenheimer in the cinemas, they couldn't have the nudity.
All right.
And obviously, it's an absolutely stunning looking film.
Mm-hmm.
The film, not I mean, she's also beautiful, sure. But it looks from a cinematography point of view, it looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like an edit in Japan or something where like, the scene where they're just sitting and obviously they've fucked, but you don't see it, and they're like reconciling after years,
Yeah.
and she's in that chair and he's in the other chair.
Naked.
Yeah, completely Billy Bollocks to quote Alan Partridge, but she's got like a CGI dress on that they've had to put in post, and it looks so shit.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
I want to see that.
yeah, honestly, it's funny. It's worth saying.
That sounds good.
But no, I thought it was very good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I was actually, because I'm gonna say here's my toxic traits too. Sometimes if I do enjoy a film, I won't lie about enjoying it, but I will be more reluctant to say I enjoyed it if I think you think it's a shiter. So I'll maybe kind of downplay the enjoyment, but I was very surprised. So I was in my head, I was going, I did enjoy it, but I was like, maybe I'll just say
Why
that I
would you
quite
care?
enjoyed it and not really enjoyed
I
it.
don't want Stu to think
I
I'm
don't-
an idiot.
Well, it's weird. It's just you get
mean, I
kind of
understand
caught,
that
you get
impulse.
trapped, yeah.
You're literally trapped. kind of thing.
And the fact that you said you enjoyed it, I'm surprised, and fair play.
Yeah. Well, I kept having to dip into it all the time this week, but it didn't feel like a chore.
No,
And it was genuinely very, it was emotional in bits, and also really tense. It made you feel like and all the run up to actually testing the bomb
yeah, the
was
sound.
extremely tense. Yeah, the bomb, the sounds, and the
I very much enjoyed the silence of that bomb.
yeah.
I thought
I
that
thought
was a
it
good choice.
nice touch. And also when he does the speech
Mhm.
and everyone's gone mental,
Yeah.
but in his head it's like it's like the bomb's gone off. And
Yeah,
there's loads of cool choices like that. I thought I don't know if I liked every single one of them, but I thought there was loads of good choices that kind of
yeah.
were interesting and not like in different hands could have felt really hammy.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was well done.
He knows what he's doing, Nolan.
Boy knows what he's doing, and it's a bit like this podcast because the sort of it wasn't exactly out. I mean, it was out of chronology, I suppose, but
Yeah.
there's bits in the third act that shine a new light on bits in the first act,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like how we record the intros and outros after, and we refer back to part one, but I'm like making the same jokes as before, and it's very clever.
It's very
It's not
meta.
just that it was ages ago and I've forgotten.
Yeah.
It's smart.
It's an artistic choice.
Yes, and it's the kind of film we would make.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I think if we had the opportunity to make a film, we would make something similar.
Yes, so please.
Can I ask you, I don't know if we want to leave this to the end, but Barbie or Oppenheimer?
Well, Oppenheimer.
Same.
I liked more.
So,
But it is twice as long, which is a problem. Even now, I'm thinking, would I rather watch a film I didn't enjoy very much and get out of there, or it did make me jealous if it was on at the GFT and I kept meaning to Oppenheimer and I kept meaning to go. I think it'd be really good to see it on the big screen where I can't go on my phone and it looks good.
yeah, that would have been good actually.
I was watching it at work yesterday
Mhm.
in a sound booth, and I was like lying on the couch watching it, and it was the scene where she's riding him during the meeting, and someone came in, and I was
Felt
like,
like I'm
how do you
watching
explain
porn.
this? Yeah.
That's
awful.
funny. That's very funny.
Can you remember what we did in part one?
So I've watched back part one because I respect the listener, and
I respect them as well, but in a different way.
yeah, totally. And I would just like to run through the points. There's not much of a discussion. I've got it here written
Okay,
down.
great.
The points that
I
you
feel
got
like I'm in the courtroom now.
and the points that I've got.
You're trying to frame me here.
So I win, Stu. No, kidding. Numbers, runtime. You said 3 hours 6. I said 3 hours 2. The actual
3, I
was
think, wasn't it?
3 bang on.
Yeah.
1 point to me. Rotten Tomatoes. You said 96. I said 93. The actual 93.
Really?
Bang
Yeah,
on.
you're killing it,
That's
brother.
2 points straight away. My points, I'll run you through. Oppie is a new kid on the block making big waves in the physics community.
Yeah, you better believe
You
it.
giving me that?
Yeah.
They fear if they don't make the atomic bomb first, then the Germans will do it.
Yeah.
2 points. And he can't live with the guilt.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
3 points to me. Plus,
Don't remember that Chinese family who's going to nuke. That's the only bit of
there
part
was
one I
not
remember.
one Chinese or Asian person in it at all. Japanese.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought I said Chinese because I thought you made that mistake in part one, by the way, is what I was
No,
alluding to. But I don't even know if that's
Asian
right now.
family. I
Yeah,
said.
sorry.
But my point was...
I knew you didn't say Japanese.
My point was, I thought it was going to be a hammy that they didn't care if they were Japanese. It's just a generic Asian family
Yeah,
in
yeah,
his
yeah.
eyes. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, the tone of that was in there somewhere,
Yeah.
in a way, but not the.
You giving me it for tone?
No.
No. Here are your points, Stu. Pre-war, so that you
See
said
the
it was going
run-up.
to be pre-war,
yeah.
and then it begins. So that's one for you. Moral quandaries,
Of course.
give you that. Going to White House to meet president.
Yeah, that was a good scene. Gary Oldman as fat bastard again.
I didn't realise that was Gary Oldman until after.
That was a really good scene, I thought.
He's like a shapeshifter, Gary Oldman.
He's good, that guy.
He's very good.
Big Mo's brother. He's good.
Very good.
And yeah, because remember, because he's been Churchill.
Mhm.
Because I think I told you it's one of my favourite tweets of all time. Just a picture of him says Gary Oldman is fat bastard. And he he didn't look dissimilar in this, and it made me laugh. So come on.
It's great. You ever watched Slow Horses?
No.
He's like washed up and minging hair, and he's great in it.
Yeah.
Bonus point for you. He fucks.
Yeah, I'm honestly astonished by that.
So that's
But he was a big shagger.
you got that 4 points, and also you said invents bomb but tries to stop it, but it's gone too far.
Yeah, I think that's
Kind
kind of
of
true.
the kind of vibe of that of he could have signed a wee petition and stuff. He didn't, but it was like he knew it wasn't good.
Yeah. So
You've
I
got
won it.
5, and I got 5.
Really? That's a nice way to go out in the series.
We could do
Share
a
the
penalty
spoils.
shootout, but I think we share the spoils.
I think we share the spoils.
Yeah, well done.
Who won the series? Do we know? Fuck Tofano.
We don't know.
No, it's
Nobody
impossible
knows.
to know these things.
Nobody knows. Someone won it because there's only 5 eps. So
Yeah.
someone did win.
Although it was a draw, this one, so it could have been 2-0.
Oh, aye. I think it
I
was.
think it'd be very fitting for this podcast in a very cursed series of 5
Nobody
that
wins.
ends in a draw somehow. Even though that's impossible, you'd think.
Yeah,
Well, pleasure. Shall we get our critics in?
let's do it.
Critic reviews.
Oh, hello, son. How you doing? There's my face. There you
Oh.
go. My face was late.
Hiya,
You know how
Paddy.
that happens sometimes.
I do. How are you?
Oh, not very bad. Not very bad.
Not
How
too
are you,
bad.
son?
I'm
What's going
great.
on?
I'm great. What you been up to?
Got hit by a car.
Got hit by a
the
car.
other day. Yeah.
What?
What?
How did that happen?
Well, I was filming Top Gear.
Yeah, of course.
And, you know Brian Harvey from what's that band from the 90s?
Oh, Westlife or something? No.
No.
Ryan
He was,
McFadden.
no. Shut up. E17, I think.
Oh,
Or
yeah, yeah.
contemporaries with Westlife. But yeah, it was the old Brian Harvey routine. Ate too many potatoes. Ran myself over.
You what?
You know that story?
No.
He was up on. I saw the legend as it goes that I remember. He ate too many jacket potatoes. He was in his car. Somehow, he's in the car. He starts the car,
Right.
gets out. I don't know how, and then ends up running himself over. So I did that. I deliberately run myself over as a stunt for Top Gear as a joke, as a bit.
Right.
So don't worry, I'm all right. They've got good handlers on the show.
You
They
didn't injure yourself.
do my own stunts.
Good.
Always have, always will.
Did you hurt your little legs or anything?
Oh, my legs are fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, in a wheelchair now.
Well, no, I mean, this is video. You can see I'm not in wheelchair. It's actually a very insensitive question to ask.
Well, I just thought because I've been sitting off camera, you've slumped yourself onto the couch.
No, me legs, yeah, they're not good,
Okay.
is what I'd say. But, they'll be fine. They'll
But
be
they
fine.
still work.
They still work, but I've got a car. I don't need to walk.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's very true.
So, yeah, got it back. What else have I been doing? Moved house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereabouts?
Huh?
Whereabouts?
Mary Hill.
Mary Hill? Moved to Mary Hill?
I moved to Mary Hill.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
That's
I'm retiring.
that's a bit of a crazy crazy move
It's
for
an
you.
up and coming area.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
that.
it's been coming up for about 60 years now.
You get any ties to Mary Hill?
I do now. Yeah, big Tesco. I like
But
to
no
show
family
face
from
in
there or anything.
Well, no, but
No.
we're looking to lay down roots now with family.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so
Nice,
looking forward to
big
it. Pastures
mansion.
new.
Big mansion in Maryhill.
I've got a big mansion in Maryhill. I'm built on top of the Tesco in Maryhill because I love it so much. I built a mansion on top of that.
That's a
and I
good
live in
move.
there.
Is there a little lift that takes you right down to frozen food section?
Yeah, it looks like you're going to presidential suite, but you're actually going to to the frozen food aisle. Yeah, I don't eat fresh food. Can't stand it.
No.
No, because they make it fresh and then they freeze it.
Yeah.
So that's actually some of the
exactly.
freshest stuff you can get.
That is true. Actually.
All these fucking odd boxes. Don't knock on Paddy's door one of them. Told you. Canned peaches didn't do me no harm. I'll tell you that, lad.
No, I ate some canned peaches the other day.
It's
Actually,
delicious. And you
Alright.
get all that nice syrup in it, basically.
yeah, you
Don't
do.
get that with the fresh stuff.
Grape juice in with my peaches.
Yeah. Lovely.
Did you watch this film, Paddy?
I did, yeah. What do you want to know?
Have you got like a little game show or a review or anything for us?
I certainly don't have a review. So I'll try a game show, shall I?
Sure. Yep. Of course.
Well, you know I like me dating. I've talked to them blue in the face about it.
Yeah.
Always looking for new formats. So I'm looking to get into Scottish telly now. I'm here, living in
Well,
Maryhill. So
living in
maybe
Maryhill.
BBC Scotland can have a bang on this.
Okay.
Dating show. I don't think they've currently got a dating show. Not that I've seen.
Right.
Been flicking through channels. So I guess it'd be Bond themed, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Mutually assured attraction. That kind of thing.
Right.
That
Okay.
work?
Yeah, I think that would work. So,
Close enough, isn't it?
what would that be like if you know that they're gonna like you, then you like them back, kind of thing, and if you don't like them, then they're not gonna like. What?
Well,
what do
you know
mean,
what? I've
mutually?
come up with this. I'd like you to help me with it because I find it confusing. It's a bit like the old face-off routine where it's like
Yeah.
it's trying to get your head around it. It's Travolta in Cage's body,
But
he's chasing himself. What?
That's
It's
crazy.
that kind of thing. So, I mean, I've not decided yet, and I don't understand the thoughts I have had, so it's hard to say. I guess if she's into you and you're into her, but you can't do anything about it,
Sure.
then that's not a good show, is it?
I guess
That's a recipe for not finding love.
Yeah, that's just life, isn't it? That's most people that you meet.
Yeah. You know what? That's true. I don't love most people I meet. I guess it's a bit of maybe like a Golden Balls, like a dating Golden Balls
Oh,
situation.
no, that's good. I'd watch that.
Well, Golden Balls is classic, and I don't understand why it's not on air right now. I feel like
Yeah.
every day we're walking around streets talking about Golden Balls, but they've not put it on telly for.
Essentially, Traitors is kind of like Golden Balls now, isn't it?
It is. I think that's scratching the itch, yeah. And then when it gets to the end, I think it is literally just that, right? I think it's based off a philosophical thing, which I know you like your philosophy, Steve.
Yeah,
Is
That
you
was
going
quite
into your
Elvis there.
Yeah. Well, I heard you were on radio yesterday being Elvis, and it's gone to your head.
Yeah, it has. To
Let's
be
not get
fair.
into that. Yeah, I mean, help me here. What do you think? Dating Golden Balls, I think that's got something.
Yeah, I mean, balls is a tap in for some sort of pun on that.
Oh, I'll be mentioning it in speech at top in monologue. Don't worry about that. Paddy's Golden Balls. That's
Oh,
a
man.
6-part series right there. That's easy.
And that's just based on the name.
That's
you're
on the
not-
name. Yeah, well, details. We'll figure the rest out. Improvise.
The whole show is just a 30-minute monologue of you talking about your balls. It doesn't even get into the.
You know, in the golden age of TV, which is what I call 20 years ago,
Yeah.
that's the kind of thing that would be on telly. And I think we should go back there.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way where you can be in a dating show where you can only stay together if one of you's not into it, but that's kind of abusive. That's not good.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
That's not going to fly.
Yeah, I think you get cancelled for that.
Needs
Paddy.
work. Maybe
Sorry.
it's the last episode. Maybe it's time for Paddy to get cancelled.
Paddy's been cancelled. Thanks for that, Paddy.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate
It's
it.
not one of my tighter ideas, but we'll work at that
Hey,
in
listen,
the off season.
I would still watch it.
Well, I'll see you around the streets, Maryhill.
Yeah, I hope
I'm in
so.
town. Give us a bell.
Yeah, I'll give you a wee bell.
All
Nice
right,
one.
I'm off ski. Au revoir.
See you later,
Goodbye.
Paddy. Bye bye.
There he goes. Fucking hell.
Fuck me.
He's some guy, that guy.
I
Not
like
all the ideas are winners. That's what I'd say about Paddy.
I think so.
He's bunged up again. God,
He's got to be cold.
can barely breathe back there.
And do you know what? People use him for a reason. He's just got something about him. You know, people.
He's got the common touch. I think people relate to him.
Yeah, it's great.
I watched the podcast with him on it recently.
Yeah. Any good?
No. no,
Can people
it
still
was-
hear you?
No, it was like one of those football ones, like basically the match of the day, guys and Paddy having one of their banter fests.
Yeah,
It's the kind of thing I get on my algorithm, and I will watch it because I do like it.
But it's going to just keep
It's Keane, it's Neville, it's whoever else, Carragher,
Lineker.
and it's just like incessant banter. But it's fine.
Micah Richards.
Yeah, I like that guy, but I mean, he's like, you can't turn the banter off, can you? It's just like,
No.
could you be his flatmate?
Nah. Just be bantering.
He's a really nice, funny, sweet guy, but I couldn't be doing with that laugh the whole time, man.
Nah.
Let's have a normal conversation, Mika.
Yeah. Open up.
Yeah, man, something's up, man.
Yeah.
Talk about your feelings for once. Anyway, speaking about a man that is no stranger to opening up,
Yes.
shall we get a new critic?
Are you there, Paddy?
Not Paddy. His name's Roger.
Are you there, Roger?
Critic reviews.
All right, boys. My name's not
I think
Paddy.
Steve was thrown by. He doesn't understand Face Off so much that whenever someone mentions it, he thinks that they've done a body swap thing.
Exactly. He's a dumb bitch.
Oh, yes, I didn't want to be the one to say it.
Well, to be fair, the reason why he got my name wrong was because I actually changed my name recently.
Oh, yeah?
That's what I've been up to. I know you were going to ask me.
Yep, I was, yeah. So go on then.
Changed it to Paddy
Paddy
McGuinness.
McGuinness.
hmm
So you're no longer Roger Egg, but you're now Paddy McGuinness.
I go by Paddy McGuinness now.
Okay. And why?
Well, if you had the opportunity to change your name to one of your heroes, would you take it?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's
no
what I
further
did.
questions. And he's always been your hero, has he?
Ever since day dot. The first day I
You were
ever
born.
laid eyes on him, and I was 1 day old.
You were mesmerised.
My ma left me in the cot with a big iPad. And what did she have on? What did she have on? Paddy, Road to Nowhere.
And it wasn't Max, you went
Max
for.
and Paddy,
Yeah.
Road to Nowhere.
Well, I'm glad that you've changed the name.
He was my babysitter for about 3 years.
Physically or
No,
just
no, on the
the
iPad.
iPad.
On the
Yeah,
iPad.
You want to get them started young on the Paddy, don't you?
Exactly. Now that's why I'm in show business.
People
now.
say Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere isn't a kids program, but I disagree with
I
that.
disagree. There's
Didn't do you any harm, did it?
one scene. There's a pig that farts, and they put on goggles. It's very funny.
Yeah, I've seen that. It is funny.
It's very funny.
It's good stuff, man.
Great.
And have you noticed the name? Has the name changed help you out at all? Is it? Or it sounds like it might be quite confusing for people.
You know, I've been getting a lot of emails directed at Paddy McGuinness, the real one.
Is that what happens when you change name? You get their email address as well.
Yeah. Well, I've also changed my email address,
Right.
obviously.
So what is it now? If people want to
I've
email you,
the real Paddy McGuinness. That's what my email address is.
right? Okay.
So I
Yeah,
thought-
if I was gonna email Paddy McGuinness, that's the first one I would think of
exactly.
as well.
And it's actually the real Paddy McGuinness too, because the first one went to the other
Do you
one.
think anyone? I'm gonna ask you a question. This isn't about you, Roger, but feel free to answer.
Okay.
Do you think anyone just speculatively has a guess at someone's email account, like bradpitt@gmail.com,
Yeah.
for example,
Well, how do you
in
think?
the hope that it gets there?
How do you think I got Brad Pitt to come to my bar mitzvah?
You know what? I was surprised when I saw him there, but I didn't get a chance to speak to him.
Oh, well, he's a great guy.
He will just, if you email bradpitt@gmail.com, he'll go to anything.
It
That's
turns out he will show up to anything.
opening a bloody envelope, that guy.
He would.
Yeah.
He would. And he's a lovely guy. All you have to do is pay him £90,000.
And he'll do anything.
And he'll do anything.
He
that's
will
his fee.
show face at your bar mitzvah.
That's his fee.
That's that's his fee. What have you been up to this week, Roger? I guess apart from changing your name,
Just that.
just
That's
that.
the only thing. Watched Oppenheimer. I watched 1 minute per hour. I thought I would do it that way. So it
How
took
long did that take you?
the whole week.
Right. I'm sure the maths checks out. I'm not going to check it.
Could have
You're
been
not
2
one to
minutes
just
per
chat
hour.
shit without.
I was very busy. I could
Yeah.
only do it that way. That
Uh-huh.
was all I could do. Squeeze it in when I could.
Do you think that's a good way of watching a film? Because I watch in a lot of sittings as well, but I've never done it like that.
Well, the thing what I do, I like to treat myself when I do watch it 1 minute per hour, but I like to have a recap of the previous minute.
Within that minute, so you just watch
But
the
just
same minute,
before that.
right?
I watch 1 minute
Right.
over and over.
Right, yeah. And say, so first hour you watch the first minute,
Uh-huh.
second hour a minute before you watch back the first minute, and then you watch the second minute.
Uh-huh.
Hour 3.
Yes.
What are you seeing? Are you seeing minute 2? Or are you seeing minute 1 and 2
I'm
and
going to
3?
watch 1, 2, and 3 just
Right.
to really refresh.
So it's a
my
bit like
memory.
that game where you're like, I went to the shop and I bought a
Yeah.
pencil. I
Yeah.
went to blah blah blah, and it's like every time you need to
So really, to be honest, this film actually took me 6 months to watch
Right, okay.
all the way through. Because when there's 1 minute to go at the end of the film, I'm having to stop and then watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
again.
even though by then you surely get it because you've had more of
Forgot
a
it
refresher
all.
than Christopher Nolan,
I
really.
forgot it all though.
Really.
That was it. So I had to go back and
You got a
refresh.
memory of a goldfish,
Yeah.
don't you?
Refresh it.
Now, I'm going to come on to your review. I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but a friend of yours, Steve, he used the word bumper to describe what you've got planned for us this week, as it's the end of this series.
I think it's technically the longest review I've ever done.
Okay, so it's going to be the best you've ever done, at least in terms of length.
Yeah, in terms of length.
And it's actually quite a long episode we've got already
Shit.
for a long film.
I'm going to rattle through it.
Okay.
Don't laugh.
Well, I might not be able to help myself. You know how I get with you.
Don't interrupt me.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. This is Paddy's review, which is now me.
I also think it might be the first prepared thing we've had in the series.
Here we go. Open your eyes and put your hammy on the couch, because I'm about to drop a truth bomb. I loved this.
Are you going to pronounce all the
movie.
words twice as well?
Yes. Open your eyes. I'm getting annoyed. Oppenheimer is a wartime romp about one man who created the first nuclear weapon. The only bigger weapon at this time was a little guy called Hitler.
Hold on, sorry. The only weapon that this time.
The only bigger weapon than that was a little man called Hitler at that time.
Oh, at that time. Okay.
At that time. Cillian Murphy is breathtaking as the skinny malinky titular Oppie. If you fancy Cillian some time, I couldn't recommend this film enough.
Lovely.
Matt Damon was Damon my bloody head in as the strict army general. His first name might be Matt, but you certainly couldn't walk all over him.
No way.
Florence Pugh was magnificent as Opie's bitten aside. After watching her performance, I certainly wasn't seeing Pugh. Speaking of strong smells, I was high as a kite watching Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
I'd even go as far as saying she was the best joint performance.
That's good.
Along with, I wish there was someone called like Joe Weed in it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it didn't
We
work.
can pretend it was.
I hope so.
Phil Wacky Backy. Was it speaking of smells because you can smell a joint of someone smoking?
Yeah, exactly.
Just
You
want to
got
keep
it.
us honest here.
You got it.
But that only sort of appeared towards the end of the segue. It was confusing for me. But
Don't worry,
I get it. Smart
you
kid.
got it. You're a smart guy. Please go and watch this film. It truly is the greatest atomic bombshell since Kerry Katona left that girl group.
okay.
Atomic Kitten.
Yeah. Got it.
Roger raised this
They got that one.
eggshells. 1945 exit of 1946.
Fantastic. Well, it was bumper, Roger. It
What can I say?
It was fantastic.
What can I say? Thought I'd give them a treat for the last episode.
Yeah, our long-suffering listeners.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you.
And what are you up to this week? And sort of, I guess, what does your year look like, Roger? Because I might not see you for a while.
That's true. Might not ever see you again.
Sad, isn't it?
Next week, I'm changing my name back.
To what? To Roger.
Roger.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Just getting too confused.
By the way, sorry, I've been dead naming you the whole time during this. I should have
Yeah,
been saying Paddy. I'm sorry.
It's pretty harrowing shit. But don't worry. I'm going to change it back anyway, so
Okay,
it doesn't
fair
matter. I'm just kind of sick of getting all Paddy's emails.
Yeah. What kind of stuff's in there?
Oh, it's. Do you know what? He signs up to stuff like HelloFresh and all that, and
Yeah.
and
Is he always shopping around trying to get the deals and
I don't know how that actually makes sense because obviously that would go. Maybe he's given my
hello fresh?
maybe he's given my email address to those as a prank.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. This is the face off of emails now.
I don't know how he knows my email address. Anyway, I'm changing my name back.
Well, it doesn't matter what they call you, Roger. I know you're a legend in the eyes of me
Thank
and the
you.
public.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna miss you. I'm sure they will too.
Yeah.
And have a lovely time off, Roger.
Enjoy the
You've
rest
earned
of
it.
your life.
Thanks, man. See
This
you
is my
never.
retirement. See you later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you later.
There he
There it
goes.
goes. There
Fucking
it
hell.
goes.
Roger, there goes Roger Egbert. We
Running.
must remember to thank him.
Just fucking jump straight through the side of
Yeah.
the shed there.
We should be putting an SFX of like glass.
There's like a cartoon shaped, like
It's
like
got
that.
a cape.
Yeah. Through the wall.
Well, we should rate it, Steve, and get
Mhm.
out of here, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
What would you like to rate it?
You know what, Stu? I enjoyed it. I'm going to give it an 8. 8.0 out of 10 on IM Steve B.
And on Rotten Tomatoes?
82%.
Wonderful. I'm going to give it something similar. Let's say 85% Rotten Tomatoes,
No.
8.6 I am Steve B.
There you go.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
It was
Good
good.
film, that.
What more do you want,
What more
guys?
do you want? We will see you now in the outro.
In the outro. P.U. buddy. How was that?
Florence P.U.
Do you like that?
I love that word.
How'd you like them apples?
Yeah, them apples are great. He injected an apple,
He did.
which I thought was
Cyanide.
yeah. I thought that was a cool scene. It's kind
Mhm.
of like the opposite of the save the cat kind of thing.
Did that ever happen in real life? Or was
I
that
doubt it.
artistic license?
It felt too perfect to me,
Yeah.
but I did like it because it kind of tells you everything you need to know.
However, I think it's maybe real that he tried to kill his professor, but just not that
yeah,
way.
not that
Or whatever.
succinctly.
Because
I
he
thought it
said
was
something
cool.
like he had mental health issues or something. I don't know.
Don't we all, honey?
Good film, good episode.
Good film. I was just thinking on that for some reason, but Strauss. Hey, Mark, we're just finishing the outro to
Yes.
Oppenheimer. Mark can come in for the final ever. What's the script?
We've quit. This is the last one.
I was just gonna say it's funny that a lot of the film is basically about how rattled that guy gets.
Yeah.
The Robert Downey Jr. character and how you just can't be that much of a fucking loser. But anyway,
Yeah. He
Well,
is a
yeah.
big loser.
big loser.
Good performance, though. But let's not fucking waffle on too
No,
much.
because Mark's here to collect me. I need to go do a gig.
Yes.
I'm late.
Listen, guys, you've been a great listenership.
Audience. Yeah, we love you. Thanks for bearing with us through a very fucked
A
series.
very cursed series.
Thank you, Stevie. It's a pleasure riding
Been a
with you, brother.
pleasure.
Love you, man.
And it's been a good to end the series on a draw as well.
Yes, a nice clean draw. Good,
Yeah.
clean fun.
If you want to follow us on Instagram and that, just don't.
Go for it. Or
Um,
don't. See ya.
Maybe see you next time, guys. All the best.
Bye-bye.
Bye.